Hi, and welcome to our demonstration on Accela cannabis regulation. Today we are going to show you how you can streamline processes related to cannabis regulation, starting with the citizen experience, improving your customers' interactions with your agency as it pertains to cannabis applications. Then we're going to move on to agency processing and show you how you can make your back office users more efficient in processing applications. And then we're going to show you how you can increase the efficiency of your field workers through mobile inspections. So let's get started. Let's start with our Premium Citizen Experience portal so you can get a sense of how this highly flexible no-code portal approach streamlines applicant and citizen interactions with your agency. Now, when it comes to a citizen portal, it's important to present your customers with easy access to the information that they're looking for. So you can do that by putting commonly used tiles right on the homepage, present them with a predictive search function, as you see here, or just your traditional navigation menu where you can see government broken down by departments and then a cannabis regulation option. Now, when you get into the cannabis regulation program page, provide them with information that leads them to the right spot. So whether it's a social equity program or managing the records that exist or finding a business. In this example, we're going to apply for a cannabis license. Now what we're looking at here is called a service page, and this allows you to just give them specific information to the process they're about to embark on, making sure they have time to apply, making sure that they have links to PDFs if there's more detailed, say in this case, regulation information or legislation that they may want to review. But they can also just get an idea of all the requirements listed out right here on the page. All the information they're going to need, documents that they're going to need to upload. So then they know when they get started, they have everything they need. Now what we're going to look at is a kind of TurboTax style experience or a wizard-like experience where as you select different options to questions, you're presented with more questions, eventually steering you in the right direction of an application. So in this case, this is going to be a cultivator using a mixed light operation. We're going to find out, okay, how large is the cultivation canopy, what type of structure you're using, how much light are you using. All of these answers play a part in determining what sort of mixed light cultivation license they're going to need. You can see here in this jurisdiction, this qualifies as a tier 2. It's going to cost $1,000. If they're ready to proceed, they click submit and they can now use their credentials to log into the Citizen Access portal and immediately begin their online application. Agree to a disclaimer. And now we're right here into the meat of this application. And cannabis applications can be very complex, lots of questions, lots of things to consider. In the interest of time, I actually have one that's already been started and populated. So you can see that this is an application for Jonathan Davila, already populated. All these questions play a role in how this gets routed. You can also affiliate contacts, so authorized agents, managers of your business, employees, all people that you may want to have access to this application. And now we're looking at the address parcel owner information, also checking for compliancy with proximity to sensitive entities, very important when it comes to cannabis. And then here we're looking at some more business related information. When do you plan to operate your business and hours? And then when it comes to cultivation, it's very important to get details as it pertains to lighting, how much electricity you're using, what type of lighting sources are you using. When it comes to water, where are you getting your water? How are you using your water? How are you discharging your water? All is regulated. And then how are you affecting air? What sort of combustible fumes or exhaust are you creating? And then questions related to the cultivation itself. sort of pesticides or fertilizers you're using, what sort of methods, seeds, seedlings, flowering plant, etc. And then how are you handling mold? So a ton of really detailed questions that all are important to cannabis regulation. And then here, placeholders for all the important required documentation that you need to upload as a cultivator. And then as you can see here, one last chance to review your entire application, make sure everything's accurate to the best of your knowledge, and then an online certification by checking the box. And then you're going to move into the submission phase. Now you have the option to require payment at checkout or defer that payment. And then you can see here, your fees are going to be based on what type of application you're entering. Sometimes there's some variable cost associated with that. But once you're ready to check out, this is going to be similar to other online experiences that you have. You can select your credit card information here. And we do integrate with really any third-party payment processor that you might be using. And once you enter all the pertinent credit card information and submit the payment, it's going to validate that. And it's going to automatically generate a record number and assign it to the appropriate user in the workflow. So by using the streamlined, wizard-like customer experience, you're really simplifying the process for all users, saving both the citizen and the agency time and money, and ultimately improving customer satisfaction for an otherwise complex process. Next, we're going to take a look at the agency processing side and how life can be improved for your back office users. We're starting off here at our home page, and this can be tailored to the needs of each user, presenting them with the tasks that are important to them when they log into the system. They also have the ability to easily toggle between different filters. So for example, if I want to see all the applications that are under background investigation, if you don't like the card view, you can easily switch to a list view. And then along the left-hand side, you have a series of icons from global search to different tasks that I want to pin and have one-click access to right from my homepage. So let's take a look at that application that's just come in and is sitting at the intake stage. You can see on the left-hand side here, I have all of the information that came in from the portal on this application. All those different fields that apply to this particular application, all that documentation that was uploaded by the applicant, with the ability to preview any one of these things. So at the site plan, I can pull it right up on the screen and take a look at that. If I want to mark it up or anything like that, I can do that and it'll save. I also can see which fees have been assessed, any payments that have been processed, all right here very easily. And everyone is looking at the same information who logs in. Now, our workflow designer is one of the most powerful components of our software. And you can see that it can handle very in-depth, complex workflow processes. And you can actually view the workflow design right here from the workflow tasks list. So you can see here we have an application that starts out at the intake phase, gets reviewed for accuracy, moves on to a background investigation step. Once that's completed, we end up with a bunch of concurrent departmental reviews. So that interdepartmental collaboration that we're always looking for. Everyone's getting notified of updates to the status simultaneously and all sharing the same information. And then eventually we get into the inspection and board review and ultimately license issuance. So if I want to take action on the application intake, I can simply select from a list of configured statuses. If I want to indicate how much time I spent on it, I can do so. And then that gets submitted and routed to the next user in the workflow, which in this case, Nikki Albert. Once she accepts the background investigation, it would then notify all those different departmental users who were concurrently set to review this application. We can also use these workflow statuses to create insightful analytics dashboards that allow us to keep an eye on in real time on the statuses of our applications, which buckets they fall into, from intake to in review to inspection to issuance. We can also filter by date. We can filter by different application types just by interacting with these different visuals on this dashboard. We can keep an eye on different metrics like the average number of days it's taking to complete each task, possibly identifying a bottleneck and then addressing that within our organization to streamline the application process, and just really receive benefit from these analytics. And there's even a map feature that allows us to zoom in and see where these applications reside within our jurisdiction. This is all available out of the box and allows you to create one-click access to real-time dashboards for all your users. So with the ability to automate and streamline those complex workflows, creating notification and communication at all stages across all departments, and then utilizing analytics dashboards to create actionable, valuable insights, life just gets easier for your back office users using Accela cannabis regulation. So in our last section, we're going to show you how using the Accela mobile app can improve productivity for your field workers. So we're going to start off here in the iPad, and it's important to note that Accela mobile app is compatible with all iOS devices, Android devices, and also the Windows operating system. So if you're using a Surface, you're good to go as well. And what we're looking at here is a list of inspections, and you can see if you swipe down on your list of inspections, it'll refresh and show you any newly scheduled inspections. And it's got a map that plots out all of your inspections. So as an inspector, you can just pull this list up and get started with your day without having to pull up paperwork or go to the office. There's the ability to call ahead to the requester of the inspection. You can send them an en route text message if you'd like. Once you get on site, you just open up the job, and now you're looking at all the information for this job, all the contact information, the requester information. If you want to see more about this particular job, you can view the record itself. So this would be the same thing that the back office users are looking at. And you can see all these different tabs. If you want to get more information about the contacts, they're all listed here, all the authorized agents, any documents that have been attached, and you can pull those documents right up on the iPad. So you can refer to those during the inspection process. If you're ready to get started on your inspection, you just go back to the job, and there will be a checklist assigned to this particular inspection. So you can go through all your checklist items digitally and mark whether it's compliant or not. If you want to add commentary to the line items, you can do so in freeform. You can pull from a list of standard comments that maybe refers to some sort of code. And then you also have the ability to select photos or videos from your device and attach those to that particular line item. And this will be something that's referenced by everyone who sees this inspection report. You can also mark that photo up if you need to. So once you perform your entire inspection checklist, then you are going to result this inspection, and you can choose from a list of configured statuses. You have one more chance to add commentary at the end, and then you're going to actually sign this inspection as the inspector and then hand it over to the responsible party, and then they will sign it as well. And that completes the inspection itself, uploads all this information so that the back office users can review it as part of the workflow. It'll move it along in the workflow process, and then you can actually run the inspection report right there on the spot. It'll have all the violations, the signatures are there, and then using your device, you can text message it, email it, whatever method you want to get it to the responsible party. So with Accela Mobile, anytime, anywhere access is going to improve field productivity. The ability to communicate on the go is going to improve the workflow process and keep everybody informed every step of the way. Thank you for spending the time to allow me to show you how Accela cannabis regulation can improve your agency's productivity.